Hello again, now it's time for Beware the Batman episode 5 review, Broken. And after the previous long fight, we open on a strange man placing a toy soldier and horse on the model battlefield. We then cut to the streets of Gotham with a similar toy soldier on the sidewalk, and horse on the sidewalk, only life-sized. Police arrive to check it out, but then it loads its gun. Notice the flintlock the soldier is armed with is not up to the same as modern guns physically, but it shoots lasers. By contrast, the police officer Simon's fight live in the nation, but look more futuristic, kind of like Robocop's gun. The police are able to disable the soldier by shooting its eye in the eyes of the horse. Then it turns out there's a person inside it. Lieutenant Gordon arrives and says they need to get Jaws alive to get him out. Then a battery hits the ground. Batman says for them to stay back. The battery scans his suit and it turns out it's a bomb. Gordon says to arrest Batman, but he slips away. Gordon then calls in the bomb squad. Very interested to see where this show will take the fact that Gordon's distrustful of Batman, rather than trying to work with him like most previous Batman adaptations. Back at Wayne Manor, Ted is looking at Soul Taker so when Alfred comes in. Ted says she's looking for keys. It's clear that Alfred knows what's going on, but is trying to get Ted to admit it on her own. Gordon is working on disarming the bomb when Batman calls him. Turns out how Batman has his phone frequency hacked. The man and soldier is Joseph Crimble, aka Ice Pick Joe. It turns out he's a hitman working for Tobias Whale. Batman hangs up. Gordon tries to call her back up, but the line goes dead. Gordon even likes how Batman can get better reception than him. He usually is prepared for that sort of thing. Batman confronts Tobias Whale. He asks about Ice Pick Joe and Whale says he doesn't know. He sends the goons after Batman. Batman takes to him out with no more to draw their weapons. Gangsters are wielding some more of those guns that are bright red or hot pink. Batman actually pulls a barrel assembly off one of them and hits another goon with it. He finishes the goons up before going after Whale. Whale has escaped, but Batman finds an office man like the toy soldier left on the desk. The same soldier is on the battlefield model from earlier while cannons and the soldier are placed on it. More life is smaller of them appear on the Gotham Highway intersection. There are people inside the gun, pieces of one of their hands light up. Batman arrives just in time to knock down two lampposts with the cannon's fire. Batman then arrives in Gordon's office at the Major Crimes Unit. It's just that the people inside the switch this time with Whale's financial advisor Donovan Baker and Gotham's attorney Marion Grange. Whale is also missing. Batman realizes they must be connected and Gordon confirms this. It's a Dumpler case. It seems Dumpler was a key witness implicating Whale. Dumpler is large and egg-shaped, appears to be another villain with a fairy tale motif, this time Humpty Dumpty. Humphrey Dumpler was a mafia con that was driven mad after an attempt was made on his life. He's been missing for some time. Batman determines that Gordon's next target, as Dumpler has, through his nature, became him in the villain Humpty Dumpty. The villains of the day motifs have to be some of my favorite ones in any Batman adaptation. See also Mad Hatter. Gordon will have none of Batman trying to help him. Back at Wayne Manor, Ted is still looking for Soul Taker's sword. No luck, and it no longer means case. Ted just has to suck it up and ask Alfred about it. Alfred is making a sandwich and draws gum before he realizes it's Ted's too. He puts it away before and even makes out how it's unwise to sneak up on an old spy. Given his work at MSS, I can say that this version of Alfred is effectively a DC Universe James Bond. Tetsu comes clean about she's really looking for it, and Alfred knew it all along. Alfred gives his sword and asks Tetsu's connection into it. Batman is keeping a vigil on Gordon, and Barbara comes home with dinner and finds a toy soldier. Batman realizes he's there. Three toy soldiers appear on the lawn and fire their weapons. Batman makes them fire at each other, and the soldiers are empty this time. Also, they're wielding antique rifles, but they're shooting lasers. Humpty has taken Barbara hostage and also takes out Gordon. Must say he is absolutely freaking his portrayal. Batman destroys the soldiers and goes to rescue Gordon, but he's too late. Barbara's there alone. Batman then tries to fight Humpty Dumpty, and the Bat-computer finds an old house on the outskirts of town. Batman finds them all battlefield on more toy soldiers. They also find the soldiers' life-size parts and determines how jam frequency triggers the bombs. Back at Wayne Manor, Alfred talks to Tetsu about the Soul Taker sword and going to how long MI6 is looking for it. Tetsu points to the CIA was as well. Tetsu has seen Sword's power-stealing souls. Just as Tetsu was undercover in the CIA looking for Ra's al Ghul and the League of Assassins, which is how she found the sword. She knew what they planned to do with it, so she took it and went into hiding. Batman has turned batarangs into jamming because he needs to stop the soldiers. Now he must find Gordon and Whale. He traces them to a castle. Batman meets Humpty there, and he has a soldier set up and is armed with a yellowish gun. Batman begins working disabling the soldiers, but he only has a limited number of batarangs to find which ones have Gordon and Whale on them. With this, he is forced to play Humpty's game. Humpty has a cunning criminal mastermind and the interest of a child. Fighting's often makes some of my favorite villains. Batman succeeds in rescuing Whale and gets him to safety. Whale knows to get out of there, and Batman continues to work to try and find Gordon. With only a moment to spend dwindling number of batarangs, he finds Gordon and decides to get him out of there. Batman then goes to face Humpty, with Humpty shooting at him. Then she guns some sort of mortar launcher where the blast explodes hit the ground. Batman manages to evade the blast and get Humpty to destroy his own soldiers. Humpty tries to escape but can no longer keep up with the facade and breaks down. Never wanted to be a part of what was going on. As Humpty, where Humphrey has a complete villainous breakdown, Batman tries to talk him down. Alas, it fails as Humphrey throws himself to the balcony and stares as he hits the ground. Gordon will not get Humpty's fault, but Batman believes this is the last they'll see of him. So this is another great episode. The villain of Humpty Dumpty is another great addition to the villains they're using in the series. Apart from the literary allusions and childlike interest, the angles of mental illness and suicide thoughts make him very sympathetic. I've noticed that many of the more well-known Batman is a representation of psychological disorders, and this also applies to villains using for this show. Aside from that, the advancement of Tetsu's story and high-quality animation makes this new sign the show is opening up. My final rating is 4 instead of 4. So I found out that Star Trek Into Darkness is coming out on iTunes and other digital distribution services a whole 3 weeks before it comes out on DVD, so I'll be trying to make enough money to get it that way. Expect to believe review it after I review Star Trek 6. Think about reviewing the 2009 film as well. Still I'm going to do my Superman movie marathon, I just need to unpack my DVDs of those movies for that. I only have Superman Returns on my computer. Also, the last movies I'm interested in seeing before the holiday movie season begins are Elysium, Kick-Ass 2, and Despicable Me 2. That's all for now, and I will see you later.